Greetings, everyone. This is Tigrila Gardenia, interspecies researcher, biomimicry facilitator, and communications consulting, coming to you live from Florence. My last day here for a while. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to be coming back, so it's kind of a little bit emotional. I'm actually heading next to Venice. I'm going out to the Biennale, which is can't say a massive event connected to architecture and design, really on the cutting edge of what's out there and how we can build differently. And going to the Biennale made me really think about this aspect of what it takes to be a rock star, like a rock star at work, a rock star in life. And many years ago, back when I worked at Microsoft and I was working with different people, I read a fantastic book called How to Be a Rock Star at Work. And this was a book that was given to me. It was highly recommended from one of my bosses, one of my mentors, in what it was that person, that my mentor, was able to embody in order to really be considered by everyone around him a rock star. And he was saying to me, he was like, look, you've got these characteristics. I want you to understand what they are because I want you to really harness them and I want you to learn how to use them. And it really boiled down to one thing. I mean, to truly be a rock star in work and in life is all about your connections. All about who you know, how you know them, how you interact, how you work with them, all these things. The connections are the number one thing that will turn you into somebody who's really cool or has a really great idea or has a really great product to somebody who is considered an absolute rock star. And when I say your connections, I'm not talking about necessarily having to know how to do everything, because none of us can know how to do everything. I mean, all of us have the opportunities before us and we choose the path that we're going to take. But the true rock star, the rock star at work, the rock star in life, knows who to go to when they need something. They know how to pull out that, that I would say Rolodex, because I'm a little bit older. Some people would say your address book. They've got it in their WhatsApp contacts list, their Google Contacts. Doesn't matter what you use, but you've got that list of people to go to. And this is something I'm finding even more important today's world, because we're interconnected, and therefore there's no expectations for you to be able to do everything. You need to learn how to use your connections. I mean, you have 500 friends, 10,000 friends. It doesn't really matter how many you have on Facebook or on Twitter, but do you know how to use them? Do you know how to work with them? Do you know how to call upon them when it's time to really get something done? I mean, that's what a rock solid communication strategy gives you. It gives you the knowledge and the understanding of how to use all these resources that we have. And that's when people start to look at you as the rock star, because that's when they start to come to you to ask you for things. Or better yet, when you can go to them and say, hey, you know what, I'm working on this project and I need the following things. Do you want to partner? Or can you do this for me? Or, is it something that we can work on together? Like, all these different aspects only come if you know how to create the connections and you know how to support and sustain the connections. Because it's not that easy. I mean, I'll be honest. Working in all these different realms means that I know many, many people. I have lots of connections in multiple languages, in multiple cultures, in multiple types of disciplines. And it's a whole transdisciplinary world out there. And we need to learn how to use these transdisciplinary connections in order to create the teams that are going to make our projects come to life. So our dream projects no longer are the one person that slaves away all day and doing it. Because seriously, what kind of dream is that? None of us want to be sitting in front of our computer or in our business structure and just sitting there all day long. We want that to nourish us, to enrich us. We want to live that dream, and we want to have that dream be something that's interactive and that collaborates with other people. And so that one-man show or that one-woman show is really gone. Today, it's all about the connections in order to use your talents as best as possible, but more importantly, to be able to call in the talents of others. Because let's be honest, it's so much more fun when we can do these things with other people that are enthusiastic, other people that are passionate, other people that bring different skills and knowledge to what you're doing, or that you have the opportunity to connect other people and watch their magic unfold. And so the number one thing you need to know about being a rock star is how to make and use your connections. And it's not an easy thing for everybody. It doesn't come naturally. It's not just about being an open person or about being, somebody who meets and talks to tons of people, because you could talk to many people but not really get to know them enough to be able to use those skills or work with those skills or collaborate with those skills when it's important. So it's important to develop the talents and the necessities to, one, to make contacts. So in other words, to go out and know how to create these contacts. Two, how do you record these contacts? How do you get the information that you need in order so that you can, plan out your activities, or when you have a situation arise, know who to contact. And then when you contact them, how do you work with them in a way that feels and is mutually beneficial? And you're looking for those mutualisms. You want ways that the person feels not like they're just doing something for you, but that they're actually working with you in something that's going to make a difference, or that you're connecting them to something that's super favorable for them. Because, people still today are looking for what's in it for me. And so that what's in it for me is part of the communication strategy. It's part of the way you make contact. It's making people feel like when they work with you, they're working on something much bigger, much more important. They're working on something that's incredible. And so connections, making them connections, categorizing them, or knowing how to really, read them and understand how they can be of benefit, not just to you, but how you can be of benefit to them, and then how to contact them and how to deal with them. And these are some of the things we go through when we work about communications. Business development requires connections. It requires you to become that rock star, to be that person that everybody goes to because they know you've got the information necessary. So when I work with clients, that's one of the big things I work on. Business development, where how you can kind of get out of your shell. And it doesn't matter if you're a shy person, you don't have to do it all. Part of the business development is about finding what your talent is and using that to create the connections, which can be in a specific, industry. It can be across other types of categories or characteristics. We want to create something together that is easy for you to do, fun for you to do, that's exciting, because it's a way for you to expand your business. It's a way to make your business flourish. So these are the types of things that we work on the business development part. Everything about being that rock star that has all the right connections. So I've got 2 openings left for this month, 2 last ones. So if you go click on that link, set up that 30-minute call. Let's talk about what it is that your business needs to go from a dream to a dream life business, where you can do whatever it is that you feel is your passion and is your dream, because we're all here to live the dream. We're here to make our dreams come true, to work with others. And I've got these last 2 calls, these 2 openings for this month, that we're going to talk about this and really create that plan for you. All right, so this is Tigrina Gardenia coming to you from Italy soon at the Biennale, which I'll sure to make lots of pictures, take lots of pictures and share them with all you guys. But if you are interested in really developing who you are and developing your business in this way, then click that link and let's make that call and let's have a conversation. Have a great day.